Manchester, New Hampshire is home to the remnants of one of the greatest industrial powerhouses that this nation has seen in its history. The very city itself was founded by the textile giant that would dominate the northeastern manufacturing industry for nearly 70 years. Beginning in 1810, the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company would buy up, build, and shape the shores of the Merrimack River into a complex of 30 mills, 2 canals, company housing, a town thoroughfare, a railroad, a cemetery, and a legacy. At its peak, it would employ as many as 17,000 workers from all over, including Germany, Sweden, and a large population of French Canadians. The people who worked in the mill would live and play by the hand of the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company, through factory whistles dictating wake-up times, markets and restaurants owned by the company, and housing that was built and managed by the factory. Much like the company campuses of today's Silicon Valley, the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company was regarded as a workers' one-stop shop employment utopia and the way of the future. However, the way of the future continued to change out of the textile's favor, and on Christmas Eve of 1935, the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company filed for bankruptcy and closed its doors for good, leaving the once bustling mill yard a ghost town.
So, what exactly has become of Manchester's skyline icon? Back in the days of textiles, these mills represented the holdings of one company, but today it's a little bit harder to discern exactly who is breathing new life into the skeletal remains of Amoskeag. I, like many others, have seen the signs of the modern companies that call this place home, but have never fully understood exactly what or how they shape the economic landscape.
In this video, I will mainly be focusing on the buildings between the Merrimack River and Canal Street. I personally consider this area to be the true heart of the mill yard, even though qualifications often include other buildings further up the hill. Starting with Ginia. Located right up against Granite Street, they have a very convoluted tagline of providing analytic solutions and services helping simplify the evolution of value-based care. They essentially, from my understanding, provide software services to help improve health insurance and medical care data. Right next door is a company that is likely pretty familiar to you as Texas Instruments, which manufactures semiconductors and circuitry that is then sold to electronic manufacturers around the world. East of TI is the University of New Hampshire Manchester campus. If you're not familiar with them, you're probably not from around here, but they are simply a university. Just north of Texas Instruments is notably the most crowded building with 4 separate companies. Autodesk, a 3D design and engineering software company that makes software such as AutoCAD, which is used to design architecture and products. Akamai, a massive cybersecurity company that manages security for hundreds of companies all over the world. Bluebeam, they provide technical and logistic assistance with construction companies and projects. And Retrieve, they basically provide a platform for educational videos to find an audience in schools and online. Something similar to Skillshare. East of all those is FIRST, the National Robotics Competition organization that sponsors school robotics teams all over America. West of FIRST is PillPack, the golden child of the mill yard and recently acquired by Amazon. PillPack is an online pharmacy that fulfills, organizes, and ships medications to individuals' doorsteps. Next door is Deca, arguably the mill yard's most publicly aware company because of its owner, famed inventor Dean Kamen, who developed things such as a wheelchair that climbs stairs and the infamous transportation device found in use by airport and mall security guards everywhere, the Segway. They continue to develop mainly mobility devices, and it's also worth noting that FIRST was also founded by Kamen in 1989 to help educate future generations of talented Deca engineers. Adjacent to Deca is the Advanced Regenerative Manufacturing Institute, or ARMI, which focuses on cell biology and biofabrication commercialization by bringing tissue-related technologies to large-scale manufacturing. As we cross Bridge Street into the north side of the mill yard, we begin with Tibco, located on the railroad side of Commercial Street. Tibco is a data management company that helps organize and process large amounts of data for companies. Next door is DYN, which is a part of Oracle. They manage and process web traffic and performance information for high-profile clients such as Netflix and Twitter. Across the street sits the offices of Siege and Jetboil. Siege is another cybersecurity company, and Jetboil produces portable camping stoves. And finally, the last on our Millyard Tech Tour is Energy Goliath Eversource, providing energy to New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and Connecticut. There are many more businesses officing within these red brick walls, but I just wanted to touch upon some larger, more tech-focused enterprises.
I often compare the Amoskeag Manufacturing Company to modern-day Silicon Valley because they do share several cross-century similarities. They both experienced an explosion of growth and expansion. They both touted numerous high-paying jobs and encompassing home work-life balance, and they both challenged the way that we think about labor. But most importantly, textile mills and modern technology represent the ushering of past into future, a dramatic shift in the way we think of things before, and the exciting idea of what could be tomorrow.
Seeing so many innovative and abstract technology companies inhabit Manchester's old mills seems appropriate to the very reason they were built: progress. Thank you so much for watching.